it has like everything that embodies the Philippines. There's happiness and caring for each other. This is the best video I've watched in a while.
What's up, Philippines? Welcome to another reaction video. I'm Mike.
And I'm Nelly.
And we're two travel, food, and lifestyle vloggers based in the beautiful city of Manila. Our main channel, Making It Happen vlog, is linked right up here. We're almost at 500k. Head on over, subscribe, make it happen for us. Nelly told me to keep the intro short. What are we reacting to today, Nelly?
Okay, today we're reacting to a Korean girl who grew up in the Philippines.
Amazing. Sounds like a lot of fun. We'll jump right into it. But before we do, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. Let's make it happen. Bring this channel to 200k, the main channel to 500k.
And also, I just wanted to mention something. I'm very curious to watch this video, what it was for her to grow up in the Philippines, because we just moved into a new place here in... No, we didn't. We just bought a...
We bought a condo! We bought a condo
Yeah,
here in the Philippines, and we announced it over on our main channel like today.
Yeah.
So it's super exciting for us.
And we also announced that
we got engaged in Boracay. So many things happening, so many things going on.
We want to start our family here as well. So it's a topic that interests us as well.
Yes.
For like our future plans.
Yeah.
So subscribe if you want to know how our life here in the Philippines is like. Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
When was the happiest moment of your life? This is the question that I get asked for several times in my life. To answer this question, I must go back to the day when I first visited the Philippines, when I was a playful, wild, and adventurous 9-year-old kid who came to the Philippines to learn English. Hey guys,
Oh.
here. In celebration of the National Foundation Day in Korea last October 3, the Korean Cultural Center took a part in the Philippine Star newspaper to raise awareness about both countries, Korea and the Philippines, friendship. Thankfully, I was able to take a part in this project by writing a few words about my experience of living and studying in the Philippines for about 9 years. Yes, you guys heard it right. I
9 years.
was on the newspaper, the Filipino newspaper. Thank you so much to you guys for making this happen for me, and also the Korean Cultural Center as well. Now I'd like to discuss more about why I really consider the Philippines as my second home. It was the winter of 2009 when I first flew to the Philippines. It was a very
Sky's on
special
fire.
trip for me, as it was my first time going outside of Korea, and also first time riding a plane. I was also excited to try the famous mangoes for the first time, as mangoes were something that I only saw in pictures or on TV. Bacolod, a small city with a peaceful and beautiful smile. This
Great
is
food in
where I
Bacolod.
first settled in the Philippines. Most of my childhood memories and the happiest moments of my life linger here. This is how my classroom in the English Academy looked like. We called this room cubicles, where we had one-on-one class with
She looks so happy.
The idea of a teacher for me was
I don't remember
something
smiling that much in Austrian school.
Unconditionally, until I met my English teachers in Bacolod. I remember that they treated me with full respect, compassion, and warmth, despite me being the foreign kid who never opened her mouth because I was fluent by then. My teachers would try hard to communicate with me by bringing up subjects or topics that I would be interested in, which was food. They would give me different Filipino snacks and candies like Milo and Max. Street foods like banana Q, buko juice, even pancit canton, and more. Some teachers would even pack some food from their home just to share it with me. By this time, though, I didn't even realize that what I tried were Filipino food. Food was just food, and I enjoyed everything because it was just so delicious. I also enjoyed being able to swim in the sun every single day. Because me and my brother loved swimming. We even had a swimming coach who taught us how to swim. And yes, because of that, I was always suffering sunburn.
Oh dear.
Through food and playing, I got really close to my teachers, to a point that we would hang out outside of the English Academy. One time, my mom and my teachers prepared a surprise birthday party for me, where I had an amazing time.
Cute.
It was not simply about making a formal relationship with my teachers as a teacher and a student. it was about forming an intimate bond with them as human beings. There were teachers who my family was specifically close to, like nuns and unis. They are basically my athletes. They would sometimes invite us to their houses for parties and get-togethers. By the time I was on the top of the world when I would get invited to Non's house on the weekends. Her
So many
family was not the
smiles.
most prosperous, but rich in spirit and full of the joys of the spring. They always welcomed me with open hearts and offered me the best things to give. Delicious food, a warm bed, and most importantly, their precious time. I experienced my very first Filipino parties at her house, like on Christmas or New Year's Eve.
Legendary
This
parties.
was the time when I realized for the first time in my life why people party. Bonding, sharing good food, dancing, singing karaoke, playing games, and simply having fun together with her family and neighbors taught me what it means to feel pure happiness. Interacting with my Filipino teachers there in the most genuine way, I just saw myself fitting in the environment in the most natural way. They, my teachers, are the ones who fed my spirits as a child. They are the ones who just never really failed to make me happy. As time passed by, my family decided to move to the Philippines permanently in the year of 2011. Before me and my brother's school year started, our family spent a lot of time with this Filipino family we met through our swimming coach. They were from Silay and they helped my mom a lot with all the paperwork to settle in the Philippines. Me and my brother joined our coach's swimming team representing the city of Silay. With the family of the members of the swimming team, I made lots of unforgettable memories, traveling to different places, sharing each other's hobbies, and more. We bonded as if we were a real family. This is also the time when I naturally learned about the major characteristics of the Filipino culture. Well, not only learned, but actually practiced it as if I was already a part of the Philippine society. I will never forget my first day of my school in La Salle, Bacolod. Oh, the uniform! I really hated how it looked like, but I got used to it as time passed by. At first, I had a hard time at my school because my English wasn't great. But as I became good friends with my classmates, the barrier of language wasn't a problem anymore. At some point, my friends would just talk to me in Ilonggo because I was able to understand it. Also, I was a part of a wide social circle in my school because thanks to my Silay swimming team, I got to become a swimming varsity of my school. I made
good
friends
job.
with swimmers from other schools through this opportunity, and most importantly, I met this person. He was my new swimming coach in La Salle, Coach Guangku, who would always make funny jokes to me to make me feel comfortable, as I was quite scared of him at first. As I got close to him, I remember I would always compare my height with him, waiting for the day I would get taller than him.
Oh!
To sugarcoat all my words and say that everything about the Philippines was about the joys of the spring. Just like every other student, I had my ups and downs in my school life. I had crushes, MUs, if you know what that is, haters. And one time, I even got bullied. I can go on and on about all the elementary days drama, but I'll stop here because if then, this video will last for more than an hour. After my 6th grade graduation in 2013, my family went back to Korea during our summer vacation. And this is the time when I unexpectedly began my K-pop trainee journey. The rest of my family went back to the Philippines in June of the same year, while I stayed in Korea with my dad. To learn more about my K-pop journey, please refer to this video popping up over here. I went back to the Philippines in 2015, but not in Bacolod anymore. Our family moved to the Manila area.
Oh,
Manila
interesting.
was a whole new world compared to Bacolod. They spoke in Tagalog, which had a stronger tone compared to a softer Ilonggo. When I first went to Makati, I could not believe how different it was from Bacolod again. The time when I went to an international school by grade 9, I suddenly started to think, about the social environment of the Philippines, which was the enormous gap between the rich and the poor. I look at my right, I see shabby towns and children begging me for money in the streets. I look at my left, I see a fancy village with house gates as tall as the palm trees. I got confused. Also, being in this kind of environment made me ask fundamental questions about life. This was the time when I got interested about the Filipino society and started to study its history and culture more.
Oh, wow.
In 2018, I started my YouTube channel after completely quitting my K-pop journey in Korea. At the same time, I also got into the modeling industry in the Philippines. If you are curious on how I got my modeling journey started in the Philippines, please refer to this video over here. As I got into the modeling industry and I also got to start my own YouTube channel, I was able to get several work opportunities where I learned not only even more deeply about the Filipino society and the culture, but also about the life being at work in a professional manner. The beginning of my work life in the Philippines allowed me to immerse myself into the Filipino society even more. And at the same time, I also noticed myself getting more attached to the country because of how interesting the country was.
I think we feel the same.
Its history, its culture, the Filipino personality and all that. It was, I would say, one of the most unique countries that I know of. My high school life in my new home in the Philippines was indeed a memorable one. I was welcomed by another great community of people, experienced the ups and downs of my life again, but this time with such thing as consciousness, as I was no longer the foreign kid who knew nothing about the Philippines. One of the most memorable moments of my high school days is when I organized this mural project at a local village in the Philippines. You can check out the series if you like, and I recommend you to because it's my favorite content in my channel.
I definitely want to subscribe to her channel.
I finally graduated my high school in the Philippines. At some point of my life in the Philippines, and also whenever I visited in Korea, I noticed myself considering the Philippines as my second home. By home,
same.
I mean a safe place that brings me comfort and a sense of belonging, a place of growth where I can learn to become a better version of myself, and perhaps where I could always return to my truest self. Whether I want the Philippines to be my second home or not, it will undeniably remain as my second home. And I also want it to be my home as well. Mostly because as how this video started, if someone comes to me and asks, when was the happiest moment of your life? I am immediately going to think of my time in the Philippines, right? So this was a pretty much very summarized story of a young Korean girl who's been living in the Philippines for around half her life. I would like to thank you guys again for your love and support always. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.
Wow, so good.
This is the best video I've watched in a while.
Really, really well. Guys, do me a favor. In the description, there's a link to her YouTube channel. Head on over, subscribe, and leave her some encouraging words, because amazing content. Love it.
I especially love the special effects that she put into her video. I love the documentation with the pictures. It shows. It has like everything that embodies the Philippines. This happiness and caring for each other. And I'm very excited to spend my life here, of course, with our future family as well. Makes me very excited.
Same. Guys, if you enjoyed today's reaction video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. Subscribe if you're not new, but you keep coming back or stumbling over our videos. It's one click. It doesn't cost anything. Subscribe. You support us a lot. And also, remember, we're trying to hit 500,000 subscribers on our main channel. It's just like 9,000.
Let's make it happen.
9,800 or 9,700 people missing, or maybe only 8,000 by the time you watch this video. Subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on What's Up Philippines. Bye-bye.